Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But if
Kermit,
you're saying
like
not
the
to
frog?
do,
Yeah,
wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy.
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Everybody, welcome to Kermit and Friends. I am Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching from heaven. I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is J-Lo and A-Rod have broken up. The good news is Elisa and Andy are still together. Isn't that awesome? I feel like I kind of need a weekly text just confirming that we are still, in fact, engaged. I could do a lot of fun things with Andy. Lucy had Desi, Ren had Stimpy, Bird had Ernie, I have Andy. We're the perfect match when I can get a hold of him. There's many things we can do. He's not really too controllable. I was looking at these cages online, these really expensive cages. At Costco, you can get a really, really good cage for Andy. They're not too expensive. They're in the $500 range. If he needs more room to move around, there are chicken runs available at this place called Omelet. Andy, have you heard of Omelet?
Oh, I'm in the show now?
Yeah.
Now, the restaurant?
No, it's a place that sells like chicken coops. So they're like new and improved. This range of fox-resistant chicken pens look great while blending into your backyard. So these large chicken enclosures are spacious, they're extendable, and they're designed to work with any kind of chicken house or chicken coop. So your hens, or Andy in this case, will love their high quality poultry enclosure, and you'll be able to enjoy to walk right in and spend time with your pets or Andy. So, if I got you a chicken run, you'd be available to me at any time.
Or if your pet is Andy.
Right, exactly. So I could let you out for meals, okay? And for like engagement photo shoots and red carpets, I'll charge your phone for you and I'll wash your clothes for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Let my friends how they feel about it. So basically, she wants to buy a chicken coop to keep me in. No, I'm not chicken.
They seem excited about it.
You think that's a good idea?
No, I don't think Andy should be behind bars.
No? Okay. All right. So
they
there.
bars, it would be chicken wire.
If you're into it, I mean, that's your guys' thing. I don't know.
No, it's not my thing. Why? Why would you do that to me?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask Sugar, my co-host, what she thinks. Sugar.
Hi.
Hi, Sugar. I was looking up chicken coops online, and I think it's a great idea. Imagine if we put Andy in a chicken coop, so that way I always know where he is. Usually I look at his Instagram stories to find him, but when you're engaged to somebody, you really want to make sure that they're, being good and they're, just not getting too out of control. So I
if
thought
somebody loves you, they should be willing to live in a chicken coop.
Absolutely.
It's just manners.
Absolutely. That's what I thought.
If Andy's in a chicken coop, can I borrow him sometimes to do voices for animation?
Well, let's ask him. Andy, can we use you at our disposal anytime that we want? Andy, this is very important because, we might need you for some voiceovers, for some parts in movies. We need you for the red carpet, at least 2 or 3 times a week. Right, Andy?
Okay. Whatever you need. Baby, it's whatever you need. You're my fiance.
I mean, we're talking high-end chicken coop.
Yeah, high-end. Actually, I have a video to share with you. Let me find this chicken coop that I found online. I searched high and low, and this is what I found.
The walk-in chicken run is part of the world-famous range of pet products designed by Omelette. It's the ideal way for you to give a large or small flock of hens more space whilst keeping them and your vegetable patch safe from harm. The walk-in chicken run is available in a range of sizes, and with a handy egg glue connection kit, all coops can be attached to the run, which makes egg collection and cleaning easy. You can also use it with traditional coops by simply placing them inside. An attractive addition to your garden, Omelette runs are extremely strong too. They're made from steel weld mesh with an anti-tunnel skirt to stop unwelcome visitors digging in. And if you have uneven ground, the run can be firmly fixed using Omelette screw pegs. You can customize your walk-in run online, and you can add weather protection too with heavy-duty and clear run covers. These can be used independently or in multiples to create sheltered areas for your chickens. Every run comes with a large door that makes topping up food and water containers easy, and you can also use it to add toys and treats. The strong latches can be operated from inside as well as outside the run, so you can secure the door whilst you're tending to your chickens.
So that's what I found. I mean, I'm thrilled with that idea.
I want to live in a chicken coop now.
They're pretty nice. What do you think, Andy?
Your chickens or your dickens?
All right. He seems excited. Sugar, we have a huge guest.
Hang on a minute. Back up. I'm not excited. How are you going to feed me? You're going to feed me with chicken, with grain that I have to peck on?
Well, that's the thing, Andy. I know you like fine dining. We went to Craig's this week. Do you remember that? We had a steak. We had a filet mignon at Craig's. And
she paid, by the way, and it was wonderful. I love
it. As well she should, Andy. You are a prize.
She's making, oh, thanks, baby. She's making more money than me right now. But listen, why did I run out of the restaurant?
Okay, that's a very good question. So what happened was me and Andy, we went to Craig's. Okay, Craig's is a great restaurant in West Hollywood.
They were going nuts.
Yeah, they were.
I got mad. I think that's why I left. I was mad that I thought you called them.
No. That's not.
Did you call them?
Did you call the paparazzi on Andy?
That's a great question. Excellent question, you guys. I will answer it. So I did not call them. But now that I know them, I am in touch. So if there's anything we need them for, Andy, I can just call them and they could take pictures of us.
I can too, but listen, talk about the knives.
Yeah, that's something I'm very upset about. So Andy, during our dinner, it was such a nice dinner. We talked and the conversation went so well. We got along so well. We're right in line with each other.
2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, like, I really love hanging out with my baby. I really do.
Yeah, we get along very well. We're right in line. We're in synchronicity, I think. And we just have so much in common. We were laughing. I was looking around at the restaurant. They weren't having as much fun as us.
Oh, No one is.
Yeah,
Me-
they were all staring at us.
Hi, baby. Oh, wait, we're having fun right now. But baby, why did I run out? Number one, and then talk about the knives. I know why.
Okay, so the reason why it went a little south at the end was Andy during the dinner. It was a beautiful dinner. I don't mind paying for the dinner. I really don't mind that.
Thanks.
I don't mind paying.
Filet mignon.
Yeah, it was the filet mignon. We had the most expensive thing on the menu, of course. And I paid. And I was fine with that. But then Andy started putting these steak knives in his pockets that didn't belong to us. He took a fork. He took 4 steak knives. He took a glass.
I took 2 steak knives and forks. I don't need.
Oh, he doesn't need a fork. Okay, well, I saw a fork.
Do you want to see one of the steak knives?
Sure.
They're in my wall.
Beautiful.
In all fairness, was there anything that explicitly said he couldn't take the steak knife?
Nobody said
it's
anything.
Just a common knowledge. Oh my God! Now you know that I returned them.
So I was upset that Andy took those knives. So I said, Andy, you better give because the paparazzi, they were taking a video of us.
I knew I'd call myself out.
Yeah, so they were taking videos of us and pictures of us, and I was getting
Why
worried.
would you tell them
What?
that I stole the knives?
Well, I wanted you to give the.
You snitched?
I did. I did. I'm really.
You snitched.
I did. I'm really sorry.
She did.
I didn't feel like it was the right thing to do. I felt bad. I did tell on Andy to a few paparazzi there. I don't think they heard me. But I was really upset that Andy was
they
stealing
did
things.
because it was all over the internet.
Snitching's worse than stealing.
Yeah, I feel really bad. I felt guilty. I was talking to my friend Quig about it. I didn't feel good about myself, Sugar. I really actually felt like shit after that. Like when I told on Andy about stealing those knives, I felt so bad because we really had a nice dinner. But then after that happened, he started running and he ran home for like, it was 3 miles to his home, right, Andy?
Yes.
Yeah. And he ran all the way home. It was completely dark out. And I didn't know if we were broken up or not. So sometimes I don't know if we're broken up or if we're still together. So Andy, can you give me a daily call to just tell me if we're still engaged or not?
Oh, see why I love her so much.
Just assume you're still engaged unless he tells you different.
Wants a daily call because she wants to talk to her boy.
Yeah, no, I want to talk to you every day, Andy, but sometimes I don't know what you're up to because you just posted a picture of yourself and another girl last night. So I don't know if that was somebody you were with or is that a friend? So sometimes I get confused.
Who was I with?
It looked like Fiona Apple.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That was an old picture, like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. So do you think I should put you in a chicken run?
You know what, bitch? Then I'll put you in handcuffs.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She wants to put me in a chicken run. Guys, help me out.
That's crazy, Andy.
So one thing I really do like about you, Andy, is you're really good at apologizing. Like after you called me a cunt the other day, you apologized so well. I can tell you're an experienced apologizer. Is that right?
I didn't call you that.
You didn't? Okay.
I think you misheard me.
Okay, maybe I misheard you. But you say things that are so specific in your apologies. It makes me think you've apologized a lot.
Yes.
Okay. So Andy, do you know who our guest is today, who our special guest is?
No.
Okay. So you should know this because we have a very special guest today. He's from the WWE. He's a wrestler.
Yes.
Okay. So his name is Tony Ricca.
All right.
He's an American professional wrestler of the World Wrestling Federation, now the WWE. He's an entrepreneur. He's an author. He's the founder of the New Jersey-based AKW Arena Cage Wrestling and Women's Championship Wrestling. A few things that we might not know about him is he grew up in a small Italian town known as the blueberry capital of the world. He worked in a bakery since he was 5. He has a cannoli shop right now. His name is Tony Ricca. He's on Kermit and Friends. Everybody welcome Tony Ricca.
Yo. Hey, hello, Alyssa. How are you?
Hi. So nice to have you on here. Wow.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I was so excited when you said yes to do this show. You were one of the more responsible people. Like, you're actually on time. That's like very rare. And then another thing about you that I like is that you promoted the show on your Instagram, and that was so nice of you. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, no, it's all part of working together.
Yeah, we're working together. We're collaborating here. So people, for now on, if you're part of the show, I want you to be like Tony Ricca here, who actually promoted it on his Instagram. He's like 300,000 followers on there. He's a verified account. He's a wrestler. I mean, he's a big star, and he's helping Kermit and Friends. So we really appreciate that.
Do it right. Do it right.
Exactly. So Tony, we have so many questions for you. We have some big wrestling fans in the audience that are going to call in. My first question for you is, what made you want to become a professional wrestler?
Well, that's a good question right there. Actually, it's not that I wanted to. Someone asked me about, I had a couple of friends that were local that did, that wrestled, and they pretty much, I ran into one of them. I congratulated them on doing what they were doing. And we were talking, and pretty much it went to, hey, what do you want to go get a tryout? And I was like, well, and before that, I was a Taekwondo champion. So I was already into sports, already getting it, into the fields. But I was like, wrestling. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. And knew that they were on it, they were doing it. And so they're like, hey, you think you're tough enough? And they didn't know that I was a Taekwondo champ. So, and I have, I'm like the youngest of 6 siblings. So, and I have one sister. So really, it was always a beat down usually during, growing up. So, so pretty much how I got into it, they asked me if I wanted to try out. And I said, yeah, why not? Are you tough enough? And I was like, I think I am. Well, let's give it a shot. So then I went and did the tryout. And then they right away, the actual trainer wanted me to sign with them and move from there. Basically, go from there, and then move on. And then it's funny because from that point, I wasn't looking to do anything really other than, all right, get some training in, wrestle a little bit, and then I'll just do my thing. That's all. And then it kind of just, everything just moved up a ladder. It just kept going. And then, being asked to eventually then wrestle for, it was then WWF, but WWE, of course, now. And so we're talking early 90s right there when it came to that. And then.
How old are you?
52.
I'm 55. So.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're really close there. So,
yes. Yeah.
So I've never retired. So obviously with COVID and all that kind of held so much back. But anyway, just to answer that.
I interject on your story because my story with acting is exactly it's yours, where my friend said, we want you to be in the plays and the choir and this. And that. Like, I don't sing. I'm not an actor. It's just like you. Your friend said, why? Let me ask you, why did they think that you were a good wrestler?
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, my friends. Oh, I was like, I thought somebody was asking that.
I am.
Oh, you know what? I don't, for me, myself, it's really up to whoever watched me or whoever thought. Really, I did different things. I was smaller. I was 5'9" at the time. Most guys were, you're talking 6'5" or taller. Average was like about 6'5" or 6'6". And when I went in, they were like just big. They were monsters. They were like the superheroes you would think at the time.
And how did you win so many times?
Well, in wrestling, it's a little bit different. It's like, again, they call it sports entertainment, but typically it's kind of like how the crowd perceives you, and again, you're able to do your stunts, do everything you need to do when you wrestle. So it's how you wrestle, what you do.
Okay, we're getting a fan caller. Kermit and Friends.
Hi, this is Carol James, Benji's horny therapist.
Hi, Carol James.
That wrestler is so hot. I want him to put me in a half Nelson. Ask him if he'll hold me there until I tap out.
Oh, no. All right, Tony. So there's a lot of female fans that are calling in about you. How do you feel about that? Do you enjoy that kind of attention?
Full Nelson, how's that? So we're gonna have some fun with that. Oh,
that's got to be fun, though. I mean, there's so many fans. I think the wrestling fans are really passionate. Would you say they're the more passionate fans?
Yeah, the electric coming from the fans. That's really, it's the fans that feed you. Really, that it brings the energy out. Anything like, especially of course, live like that, and of course, in the last year or whatever, it hasn't been like that. But when you are in an arena and they're all around you, and they're just going nuts. It's the best. There's nothing like it. It's a whole. It's just you're in another planet. And but it's great it's great. They're the ones who put you where you are, really. And you do your job, and they're there, and it's just one of those things where we connect together.
Tony,
yeah.
Can we go back to how tall are you?
5'9".
Okay, you're not short. 5'9".
Yeah.
I'm 5'11".
All right, so you're taller. Okay, so
you're tall. If you're about 5, then you're short. But okay, are you stocky and built?
Well, at the time, not as much as I used to be. So let's put it this way: I was up to about 255, 260 at the time, and we're not talking. It wasn't a lot of fat.
You were fat.
No, I wasn't not fat at all. Really, I was a hard gainer, and it was just.
I want to see your abs right now.
I have to. Jeez. Oh, you want the abs? Yeah. They're not. The six pack's not there, but
I'll show you mine.
That sounds good.
You want to go with that?
Baby wants to send you.
Saki, isn't this fun?
Hey, Saki.
Saki, do you have a question for Tony Ricca?
Saki, show your abs.
Oh, let's see it.
Okay.
Tony, look at that.
Tony, do you not want to show your abs?
Oh yeah, I can show. You want that? You want the abs?
I want to see.
No. I'm good.
You sure?
Well, I'm sure.
Do it.
Oh, all right.
Come on.
Okay, Tony, I have a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I didn't shave. Sorry, so.
I'm embarrassed to show.
Boy.
One.
Andy, your turn. Andy, your turn.
I not want to. Okay.
Let's go, Andy. Let's go.
Wow.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
Beautiful.
He's doing a little slap dance right there.
I have like a half inch of fat.
All right. Okay. Saki, I know you have a lot of questions for Tony Ricca. What are your questions, Saki?
What's it like to wrestle in a wrestling ring?
Fun. So it's crazy. It's fun, crazy, and it depends on what's going on, during the match.
Have you ever been like where they choke you out and you just pass out?
No, got busted up. Sliced on the back of my head. Different things.
Wow. Have you ever done it to somebody else where you make them just pass out?
Yeah, really go out. I've never done that in wrestling. But actually, yeah, I would say concussions are a good part of the sport. But I've seen people, I've seen people get banged up.
Here's another way. We're like the same thing. I get knocked out after the show.
What do you mean, Andy? How do you get knocked out? You're not a wrestler.
Baby. Okay. Google it, first of all. Do shows where people get upset. I think it's mostly homophobes. Am I allowed to say that word? Like, I don't even know what words I can say anymore. And I get knocked out after the show. Knocked out.
Oh, no. So, Tony, do you have advice for Andy if people are knocking him out after his shows? What should he do?
But before you think you're going to get knocked out, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Yo. I like that. Yeah.
When I got knocked out in New Orleans last year and then was in ICU for 3 days, the guy hit me from behind. If I saw him coming, I would have stopped him.
Oh, right, exactly. But yeah, when it's from behind, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
Baby, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I feel like I could be at risk if you're getting knocked out and I'm with you.
Oh my God, are you canceling our wedding?
No. I'm still not canceling it. In fact, I have 2 rings now. You don't
congratulations too. All right, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you. I have 2 rings. I have this ring.
I'm going to pretend that I bought them for you.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. Say that from this point on. See, wait.
You put them up.
Is it nice?
Let me see. Square cut.
Oh yeah, that is. Look at that.
Pretty nice, right? Yeah, Andy bought that for me.
Rockstone.
Good job, Andy. All right.
All right, Saki, do you have another question for Tony Ricca?
Yeah, but it's one that I'm hoping there's an opinion on.
What?
Okay.
Tony, what do wrestlers like yourself think of puppets like me and why?
I still can't understand.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
What do you? What Saki just asked was, how do you feel about puppets? Because Saki the sock puppet has a whole YouTube channel dedicated to wrestlers. He's a huge wrestling fan.
Really?
Not just wrestling, but other things too.
Did you know that, Tony?
No, I do now. Actually, I do now, and I'm going to have to absolutely follow you. Definitely, Saki. I'm going to be following you. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Saki is Saki the sock puppet on YouTube, and he is really into wrestling. He has so many interests. He's amazing. I love Saki. And we have other people here that are fans of Tony Ricca, like, for instance, Trumpster Bob here. Trumpster Bob, what is your question for Tony Ricca?
Well, first thing I want to say is I've never had cannoli before, and I noticed his wife was a cannoli shop. So I was hoping I could get a $60 donation so I can afford to order a box of cannoli from up there all the way down here to the border here in Texas so I could try some. It just looks delicious. And my main question is, can he pass the Trumpster Bob Butthole Challenge?
What's that?
Yeah, I want to know what that is.
Did you say butthole
Well,
challenge?
it's interesting because me and the D, which is the Drunken Peasants, are actually working out a deal to do a pay-per-view first contest of it. What it is we bend over and show our buttholes, and whoever's got the virgin butthole wins the competition.
Well, hang on a minute.
Whoever don't, well, they lose. So could you pass the challenge or not? That's the question everybody wants to know.
Okay.
At least all the kind of guys in here.
How would you know if it's a virgin butthole?
Good question.
Well, if it looks like mine, which is teeny tiny, you got a virgin. If it looks like a blowed out can of snuff, well, there you go. Put it in the pie hole, baby.
Trying to turn us on. 'Cause...
Wait, Bob, I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask our guest, Tony Ricca. He's like a big celebrity. He's a famous wrestler. Should we be asking him about his butthole?
I like the guy.
Yeah, let me ask him.
I'm just asking him the question. Everybody wanted me to ask, so there's the question.
Bob, does really all the fans, they said that they wanted to know that?
Yeah, and if you recall the conversation yesterday, as a matter of fact, a lot of people on your Discord were asking me about different wrestlers and whatnot, if they could pass the test or not. Not only on your Discord, but on other Discords too. On the DP's Discord, they were asking me that.
All right, okay, so I'll bring him back up. All right, Tony. So I don't know if you want to answer that question, but
answer. I mean,
Okay, hold on, Bob. Okay, so Bob, Trumpster Bob, a conservative Republican friend of mine from Texas, he wants to know the butthole challenge. If you have a virgin butthole.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You do. Oh, okay, all right.
Absolutely.
All right. That sounds good. Okay, so and then we have Eric Riggs.
Hi.
Eric Riggs, another fan of Tony Ricca. Eric Riggs, what is your question?
My question is, how much money would Andy Dick have to pay you, Tony, to do a very special guest appearance at Elisa's place after the show?
Oh.
Yeah, to make her day. How much money would he have to pay you?
Wait, what, Eric?
You know, because I mean, you're a famous wrestler. You know, she's a beautiful woman. You're both in Los Angeles.
No, he's not in Los Angeles. In fact, I think he's.
Where are you?
You're a Jersey girl, so.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Are you in New Jersey, Tony?
I'm in Jersey.
Yeah, when I read about your restaurant, you have your own restaurant that does cannolis, right?
Yes.
Okay, so cannolis are like my favorite dessert. So I was so excited to read about that. You now run a cannoli restaurant called Cannoli World in Hamilton, New Jersey. Did you struggle making the transition from big-time wrestler performing in front of huge crowds to running a restaurant?
No, I grew up in it. So it was really just going back to your roots and building from there.
Oh, you grew up in the restaurant business?
It was actually a bakery business. And so as a kid, that's when I started working. So I would go to school like with a couple of hours of sleep because it was a 24/7 business. So yeah, I was always taught there are no shifts. So if somebody doesn't come in, you're covering that anyway. And same thing with all my, my family, anyone in the family. But, I learned a lot about the cannoli from then. It's an Italian bakery at the time. And so pretty much throughout it, and I like to put things together, companies like when you had mentioned AKW Wrestling, the Arena Cage Wrestling, Women's Championship Wrestling. I just started that.
How do you do that? How do you start Women's Championship Wrestling?
Well, it's forming everything the right way. It's just how you do it. So, like any typical wrestler that you might hear of or whatever, typically they just wrestle. So I've wrestled and I've gone into the other side of it too with promotions as well. So doing the business side and as a wrestler, both it pretty much you kind of see both sides of it and how things work and how you need to balance things out, and then transition and put things together. It's really creating ideas and things that kind of you hope it takes off and you crawl before you walk, but to make them successful, you really have to focus on that brand and you work from there and pretty much get it out there. So. And that's kind of with different companies. That's what I've done. So I put them together, found them, and other people took it from there. So
how do you know who to? So that's something I struggle with Kermit and Friends here. So I have a vision for it. That's in my brain, and then I try to surround myself with the right people. So How did you do that with your businesses? Starting this women's federation, starting everything that you've done. How do you get the right people?
So really, it starts. Just collect a few different people that it's not a think tank. Really, it's just you brainstorm ideas, but you kind of have to know the market that you're in, and then say, okay, what do I need to do? It's not about who's doing what. It's more like, what do you need to do? And then you work from there. So with you, really, it's obviously in this market here, you would it's getting it out there with again, different guests that you bring on, plugging it. Hopefully they can plug it enough to where more and more start appearing. You'll get the subscribers. You'll start blowing that up, and then you'll just keep growing. I mean, that's what you'll do. I can only tell you that's just part of it.
Awesome. That's great advice. Let's talk to Charmin Smith. Charmin Smith, you're echoing. Hold on one second. She's echoing. Wait, Charmin, turn off your monitor. Hold on. Charmin, turn off your monitor. Oh, you're still echoing. I want to put her on. She's really smart. I bet she has a great question for you. Let's talk to Corey. Corey, you're on with Tony Ricca. Unmute yourself, Corey.
Yeah, sorry, my bird was chirping. So, hey, Tony Ricca.
Corey, how are you doing, buddy?
Jacking a lacking. Okay, I just want to know: have you ever was forced or ever received a receipt? Come on, you're in wrestling business. You don't know what that is? That's just someone that's pounding you too hard and not backing off. You throw something back at them, let them, okay, it's time to back off.
Well, typically, what goes on in there, it depends on who it is that you're working with. So, the deal with, many think that wrestling's choreographed, right? It just isn't. It isn't.
Majority of it is, but there's times when it's not. And they have to tell each other in each other's ears and all that stuff.
There's so much more behind that. There's signal calling, different things. I don't even know. Do you even know the signal calling part of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all right. Do you ever see somebody get tied up like they hold on to the rope, like when they're whipped into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why they sometimes they do that?
That I won't know.
Okay, so sometimes when you see something like that go on, typically it's because they didn't see the signal that they're going on. It's because it's so fast, because you're moving through things fast, and really, like when you were saying, like sometimes you're talking in the ring, basically something like that. It really doesn't work that way as much. If you're getting thrown into the rope, right? So what happens is, they might say something real fast. You don't hear it. So what you're doing is, as you're coming off the rope, if you're looking at their body language, where it is, the positioning of it. So that's that signal. You have to say, okay, either you figure it out real fast, or you hold onto that rope and you stop things right there, and then you kind of work it from there again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a really there's obviously different names, different things of what you look for, what you call things, and there's so many things are misinterpreted in the business. That's why when teaching it, it's kind of like talking about it, explaining what you do, because when you have new students coming in, they might understand certain things, terms of it, but you're reading them, but you really don't know until you really are in that ring and you understand what it's like. So how you hear even with high impact sports or anything like that, football, anything, these pro athletes are just going really fast at things. I mean, their speed is incredible. That's why they're at that level. Well, when you are at a certain level, it's everything's so fast. You have to you just have to be on your feet. But again, tying into what is it? Holding onto the rope. That's an indication where it's either that was part of what they were going to do anyway, or they just missed the call. So
does that annoy you, Tony, when people say that it's fake? Because obviously it's not fake.
No,
doesn't annoy you?
not at all. I mean, it's understanding. I mean, fake. When you say, okay, what's fake? It's more about, okay, all right, how's the outcome really? Typically, you start off where you tie up or whatever, how you do it. You're talking with the person before you get on, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're just saying, okay, we'll tie up and then we'll go from there. The finishing move, you pretty much figure out how it's going to finish, and you don't know everything with it anyway. So it's more of, okay, it's going to finish. Ref usually knows, all right, and they pretty much let you know the time of what's going on in the ring. So, and then they tell you take it home, meaning let's get it done, wrap it up.
Wait, I want to see what's going on with Andy right now. Andy, what the heck's going on?
I'm talking to my friend, baby, and I was putting him on the show, but then he just hung up because he hangs up all the time.
Who is that? Is this a friend?
Yeah, it's a friend.
Okay.
Can you say hi to him?
What's his name?
Lucas.
Hi. His name's Lucas?
Yeah.
Is that the Lucas?
Yep.
Howdy.
Hey, Lucas.
Hey, I heard a lot about you. I heard you guys are getting wifed up.
Yeah. Aren't you Andy's ex, Lucas?
Oh, no, I don't swing that way.
So this isn't the Lucas.
Lisa, zip it.
Oh.
Zip it. No, I hope you guys have a good podcast, though. Get it done.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah, put me on the show. I'll say hello.
You're on it right now.
Yeah, you're on it. I'd love to interview you about Andy because I know you know Andy very well.
Well, no, he's gonna just talk shit about. I know it. You know what? No, I don't.
No, it doesn't sound like it, Andy. Lucas is you think
now while I'm here.
Okay, Lucas, you think I'm going in the right direction by being engaged to Andy, by marrying Andy?
His answer.
Oof, that's a tough one. That's a tough cookie. I mean, if you're in love, you're in love.
We're in.
They're like the good old Vegas marriage.
We're in love.
No, we're gonna have a big wedding. It's not gonna be a small wedding. It's gonna be big. You're gonna be invited.
Baby, are you in love, baby?
I love you a lot. A lot. Like, I was so sad. Andy, sometimes he disappears for a couple days at a time. And I'm legitimately sad those days. I'm really sad. I'm wondering about him, and I'm wondering what he's doing.
Sorry, that's
you're a sweetheart.
Yeah. I really, I'm attached to him. Like, I get attached, and Andy is easy to be attached to. He's fun. He's the most fun person to be with.
Oh, yeah, he's a hoot. I love it. He's good people.
You're giving me a boner, Lisa. Am I allowed to say that on your stupid podcast?
Well, see, the thing is, what, Lucas?
No, it's already happening. We have the wedding planned and everything.
But have you proposed yet?
Multiple times.
Have a ring, Andy.
No, I have 4 rings. I'm ready to go.
I got her some rings, dude. I got her some diamond rings, dude.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it's really exciting, Lucas. I never met anyone like Andy before. He's so fun. He's funny. He's nice. I love going out to eat with him. It's never boring. The conversation keeps going. It's not like there's any awkward silences. And he's somebody that I really love spending time with. And he's the first person to ever propose to me in my entire life. So I'm just very appreciative of that.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Best friend, I agree with you. He's
definitely
up there in the top
Wait,
one.
but no one ever proposed to you before, for real?
No one in my entire life.
You know why? Because they're afraid of you, baby. You're so intimidating. You really are, baby.
I hope that's what it is. I mean, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I choose the wrong guys.
I tell him what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah.
Sleeping over at her apartment. Ooh.
It's a hot day.
She asked me to. We're not gonna. It's gonna be fun. I've never slept there. That really made me feel good, baby. It made me keep the wedding on the docket.
The wedding's uncanceled.
It's
So what are you guys talking
uncanceled.
about? What's going on? What's the topic of discussion now?
Well, we're interviewing a famous WWE wrestler named Tony Ricca.
Where is he?
Yeah. He's here, and he's really big, in the Wrestling Federation.
Bring him back on because Lucas was a wrestler.
Oh, really? Oh, Lucas, can you ask him a question, like a fan question?
I'm not sure about WWE. I just did regular wrestling.
Okay, well, here he is. This is Tony Ricca. Meet Andy's friend.
Andy,
Lucas.
what's going on?
Hi.
Lucas. What's going on? How you doing, brother?
I'm Andy. This is
I
Yeah, I can't see anything, buddy.
Oh, it's all right. It's all good.
Hi.
Ask your question now, Lucas.
You work for the WWE? Are you retired or you still fight?
No, I never retired. I worked with them in the 90s, actually as Tony Ricca, and the Pharaoh, I was set up with a contract with them as well. So that was another part. That was the Attitude Era.
Who is your favorite wrestler? Do you have any?
Wow, that's a good question.
I was always a big fan of The Undertaker.
Oh, well, listen, great guy right there. Great guy.
God.
I could tell you my favorite. It's hard to say. There's so many. They're really.
The Rock.
Rock is excellent. John Cena, just a down to earth guy. I mean, The Rock as well. Hogan. Hogan's, he's a trip.
Yeah, if you let him fuck your wife.
Yeah, that's that.
Kleenex. Hi.
Okay, after 6 fucking years, you don't even say hello. It's been a long time. I did your last show with you. I come back, it's Kleenex. Hi, that's it.
What do you mean? What kind of welcome do you want?
Say, hey, long time no see, man. Where the hell you been? How about that? I even got my camera sideways. Is that better?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Are you upset that I didn't give you a bigger introduction to Tony?
Well, you like the Mr. Dick. What about this Mr. Dick?
Kleenex. I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, first of all, remember I called you and tried to give you a real positive because I thought, well, she's going to change it up and make it about church. Not really about church anymore, is it? Not really about spiritual enlightenment or, advancing your or whatever. What happened?
No, I was inspired to do Kermit and Friends again because I was going to a church and I wanted to do, when I was talking to them, it just made sense.
Did they make you put a purple string around your wrist or was it a green string? What kind of church did you go to?
I went to a Christian church and I was very depressed at the time. I was very sad. I didn't know what to do. I went through a very bad breakup and I also went through a bad transition with my job. And I was just very depressed at the time. And then I went to the church and through prayer and through my Bible group, they inspired me to do Kermit and Friends again in the spirit of Kermit because I lost my dog Kermit. And that was the worst.
They told you to do Kermit and Friends again? Really?
Yeah, there.
Well, not exactly.
Okay, they told you to inspire yourself, but Kermit and Friends wasn't really on the. Was that the recommendation from the pastor, the pastoral staff? They go, go back to Kermit and Friends and hog tie everybody. Is that how it went down?
Kleenex, you seem salty. Why?
Well, yeah, I think it's I was the one that was encouraging your change, and I'm, I see you doing the same thing. You got a bunch of sycophants and people that can't perform very well, and everybody's just drooling on you, and you're resurrected Andy Dick, and it's it's really not. Yeah, no, I was
just talking about.
Okay, go ahead, Andy. Go ahead. You're the star.
I was talking to my friend about how her and I getting married is better for me than her.
I think. You think? Yeah. Okay. And who's going to pay for everything, Andy?
Her.
Her. Oh, okay. So, Andy, are you semi? You're up straight today, right?
What does that mean? Yeah.
You're having a better day than normally. You're actually upright.
What? Normally I'm laying down.
Okay. Anyway, so what's it all about? I mean, okay, so you're really going to get married? I mean, how much attention do you draw on that whole aspect of getting married?
She draws a lot of attention on it.
Okay. And she just smiles, and blinks. So what else is going on other than the Andy Dick fiasco? I mean, you're not locked down and forced to live in your car like, you are in Washington State. You can't go in and have a cup of coffee. You got to sit in your car to drink a cup of coffee and can't go inside of any place. I mean, they open things up. Is your life getting back on track in California?
Yeah, we're having a great life. We go out a lot, right, Andy?
Yeah, hey, Andy, let's just be real. Obviously, you're trying to con Elisa out of everything. Let's just be real about this. You're a con artist. You showed up and said, this chick has money. She's been working. She's in sales. I have nothing. Let me jack her right now. Dude, you showed up and said, hey, I'm like somewhat famous, but like you're not going to lead this horse to the water. You're going to take everything she has. You're going to screw her like all the other chicks in your life, and you're going to do your little mafioso bullshit thing. She's been dealing with the mafioso bullshit with the Stern Show with Benji the entire time. She's been screwed by hundreds and hundreds of men. She had the worst winter in the world. She was nearly killed, just like O.J. Simpson's wife was killed. Literally butchered to death by the police in Los Angeles, and you're part of the same bullshit. This snake in the grass, this serpent in the Garden of Eden that's crawling on his freaking belly right now is going to ruin your life, Elisa. He's going to ruin your sales career. You're going to watch every single dollar you're investing be depleted over and over again. And 5 years later, he's going to divorce you. You're not going to have anything to your name, and he's going to go on to the next thing. And listen, when people are like this, they're skilled at this kind of thing. By age 52, I'm still on the phone. How skilled do you think I am? Lucas, right, has his own jet. Simon has his own jet. He's still on the phone, 6 to 6. Okay, they put that money in your bank account, Elisa. Someone like Andy doing what he does, how skilled do you think he is at escalating Keno, touching your body, doing the push and pull when your emotions are first getting into him? I met you a week ago. I met you 2 weeks ago. And we push and pull and push and pull. How long have I known you? A year and a half. When I met you, what happened? They tried to kill you, like O.J. Simpson's wife. They killed Kobe Bryant. The same time they blew a plane out of the sky. The bankers are crazy, but when you have somebody like Andy, it's just a snake in the grass. And a snake is a snake is a snake is a snake. If you're still friends with him in a year from now, when those emotions run out, when they run dry, okay, when the push and pull doesn't work anymore, then consider marrying this guy. But until then, a snake is a snake is a snake is a snake. If he doesn't have his own income, if he's not going towards $1 million right now, don't fucking trust him, okay? A snake is a snake is a snake is a fucking con artist. And you're a con artist, Andy. You came in trying to be my friend. You came in acting like you're going to be a good person to me. You turned around. You stabbed me in the back. You put a ring on my woman's hand. This is my freaking woman I've been dating for a year and a half. I've been trying to pull her out of the freaking bullshit satanic cult in Beverly Hills. Shut their shit down when the entire world is shut down. And you're a freaking just going to stab me through the heart, take my woman, steal her shit, and then run off. That's all you're going to do. And if not, why don't you be friends with her for a few fucking months? Why don't you be her fucking friend? And when you're her fucking friend for a few fucking months and you have a decent fucking friendship, which this marriage is built on. My aunt and uncle who have been together for 50 years are fucking friends, Andy. They do math. My friend Chris and Sandy, who are business brokers who make $5, $6, $7, $8 million a goddamn fucking year, Andy, they're fucking friends first. You don't come around, steal someone's shit, and act like the marriage is going to work out. You come around my town, you steal my shit, I'll have your fucking head cut off. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with the Fed. Don't fuck with the central bank. Don't walk into my office with my fucking billionaires and act like you own the place, or I'll have your fucking head. Do you understand me? Come to King Solomon's court, act like a fucking cocksucker. I'll have your fucking head on a plank. Okay? And you'll be O.J. Simpson's wife next time, okay? Do you understand me, Andy? You anti-Semitic motherfucker. And the anti-Semitic Nazis who were fucking with my woman the entire time, who fucking kidnapped her, who fucking held her hostage, the ones that fucked with O.J. Simpson's, they can fuck with me this time, okay? And I'll have their fucking heads as well, okay? You don't fuck with me, Andy. You don't fuck with my girl. You don't fuck with my friends. You don't come to my fucking office. You don't steal my fucking shit. And when Elisa is broken and dead and lonely and screwed by you in 2 years, and you lead her off the fucking rabbit hole like you're planning on doing because you're a freaking con artist by age 52, okay? If I can't con this chick, you're not going to blow up her show, dude. You're not going to blow up her show, dude. You're not going to get her on stage in the Super Bowl. That's not your fucking game plan, okay? You're not going to do it because you don't have income. You don't have shit to show for it. I have a show when I was 30. I don't know who the fuck you are, okay? I don't know who the fuck you are. You showed up out of the blue. I act like I'm famous. I don't know who the fuck you are, okay? If you want to be my friend, don't come around. Don't come around here. Don't come around here and stab me in the back. That's the clearest, easiest way. If you want Ben Stiller to have your fucking head on a plank, I'll have fucking Ben Stiller put your fucking head on a plank, okay? I'll have Ben Stiller put your fucking head on the plank, okay? And the thing about it is people get lucky in this role, Elisa. They're chosen for no goddamn fucking reason, and they just get lucky, okay? But it's the difference between something sprouting through the soil and a fucking satanic cult, okay? And if you're trying to get out of the satanic cult that Andy's part of, then you understand what a hostage situation is. I give you the money, you give me the girl. But when Andy, a snake, comes in, a freaking snake, and he tries to bite into you tonight, and he fucks you, and he fucking ruins you, and he does the push and pull and manipulates your feeling like all of the fucking bullshit motherfuckers in the satanic cult with Benji fuck you Bront, and they screw you over time and time again, and then they act like they're not going to kill you in the end. They fucking murdered OJ's wife in cold blood, stabbed her fucking ass to bits. Okay, it's bullshit. They're fucking Nazis. Okay, and when this Nazi motherfucking anti-Semite comes over to you and puts a ring on their finger and they're slaughtering goats, they're killing children in the background, fuck you and fuck him. Okay, and that's what gets you on stage in the Super Bowl, is saying fuck this snake charmer. If he's friends with you in a year when those chemicals wear off, talk to him. No, I'm not fucking kidding you.
I'm asking her, baby.
I'm not fucking kidding you, Andy. You do not come near my fucking family. My family loves Elisa, okay? My family loves her to death, okay?
So do I.
No, you don't, okay? Then
yes, I do.
Then fucking prove it. Then get the ring. I proposed to her first. You came around when I had proposed to her and put a ring on my girl's finger. You didn't come to me and say, hey, Eric, I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend too. I want to be your friend. I want to see you play Madison Square Garden with this girl. I want to see you play the Staples Center with this girl. I want to be your friend too. You came over like a snake in the grass, fucking 5 women at a time with another woman that you're fucking in the ass, and now you have a date to go fucking destroy her feelings tonight, make her feel like shit, and then push and pull her until you get a ring, until you get a marriage, and then you'll divorce her, you'll take all of her shit, and then she's not the next Katy Perry, and you fucked up my plans. You fucked with God's plans. You fucked the whole thing up.
Kidding, right?
I'm not fucking kidding you, Andy.
I'm talking to Elise.
Andy, fuck you.
Please.
Andy, fuck you. Okay? You have a snake charmer in your look. Go read the Bible about the Garden of Eden. The snake comes up and he charms this chick, and he says, "Hey, there's this thing called the fruit of knowledge. Maybe you should bite into this." I'm not a snake in the grass. She listens to the bullshit and then she tries to feed it to her man. But I'm not gonna fucking listen to it, Elisa. Okay? I'm not gonna fucking listen to it. I don't need to freaking kill children to be famous like these motherfucking satanic cunts. Okay? I don't need to do that shit. You know why I don't need to do that shit, Elisa? It's not because I don't give a fuck. I actually am a venture capitalist. Okay? I actually have business being in that building where you made your millions. Okay? I actually know the plan up front. When they talk to me and they talk to the Secretary of the Treasury and they say our Secretary of the Treasury is literally sleeping on our couch, I say, yeah, man, my friend Zach, who has his private jet too with the Illuminati, literally told me presidents are born 4 years ago. He already told me to look out for this freaking blazing fire on the side of the road. Look out for this shit. It might be valuable. There might be billions and billions of dollars in the future for you. But you know what fucks the entire thing up? Someone who comes around and says, listen, sweetheart, I am a snake in the grass. I'm going to take my freaking viper-like fangs, tear them into your throat, and tear your hearts and dreams and soul out again, just like Benji Bronk did, just like those fucking Nazis did, just like the fucking whatever the fuck they are, Hollywood bullshitters they did. And you know what? You know what? Another thing about this, these bullshit Hollywooders are not going to be around in the future because, you know, it's not going to be still frame in the future. It's not going to be like this. It's going to be like a social media thing. And not only that, it's that if you have something that's developed, okay, over 20 years, right? And then they start killing children, they say like this is the way it's always been. It's not going to be like this in another 20 years, Andy. And when I run for fucking president, I have my woman in the White House. I'm under the roof of someone who works for the government. I have the fucking head of the VOD for the fucking rabbinic court that I meet every fucking week, you motherfucker, okay, who fucking runs the courthouses. Look, I'm not fucking kidding when I'm saying I'll have you killed just the same way that they had O.J. Simpson killed. Okay? I'm telling you this shit for real. Okay? Don't come near my fucking house. You don't come near my fucking family. You don't try to steal my family's shit. You don't try to get in the middle of Elisa working with people who have her best interest at heart. If she's like, okay, I'm going to go play Madison Square Garden, do not fucking fuck with it. Okay? Don't fuck up my dreams.
God.
Are you the next founder of the next Amazon, Andy?
What?
Are you the founder of the next Amazon? Are you fucking Jeff Bezos?
No.
Yeah, you weren't fucking there when we had a visit with Jeff Bezos, okay? You weren't fucking there when we met with Michael fuck you Bloomberg, okay? You were not fucking there in the fucking room, okay? You know why you're not fucking there in the fucking room? Because you're not a good person, okay? You're not a good person. Not only
There's no we when it comes to you and her, because we're a we now. Me and her
take
are
your
we.
fucking place, fuck her over, ruin her dreams, and get in the way of the fucking.
You said no to you, dude.
Treasury. No, what I'm saying is, if you have a marriage, it needs to be based on friendship. If you just met her and you fuck her and you hurt her feelings, like Benji did, like all those fucking cock-sucking motherfuckers did, who fucked with me, who fucked with the Jews, who fucking died for their country when we fucking gassed the shit out of them, like it says in Mein Kampf, we'll fucking fight poison gas with poison gas, and we unleash a virus and we just put you all fucking down. Okay? There's a reason why there's a central bank in this country is for this bullshit. We just have them fucking put down. Okay? If you're a white supremacist, I don't care. If you're a racist, I don't fucking care. Okay? If you hate women, I don't fucking care. But if you're a fucking Nazi like you, Andy, there's no fucking way you were famous and didn't show up at those parties, okay? With those fucking Nazis. Okay? There's no fucking goddamn motherfucking way you were not with the fucking Nazis at those parties. And if you're famous today, there's no goddamn motherfucking way. Okay, because I know every fucking one of you are part of this bullshit, and it's going to stop. And it stopped the moment we closed the fucking gates to hell, and I did it in person. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I fucking closed the shit out of it. And they had to pick up the motherfucking ark, the fucking literally Noah's fuck you ark. Take a look at your laptop, it just blows it out. But the reason why it's a blowout, the reason why there are billionaires, and then there's the reason why there's people like you who are fucking it up, Andy, is because you're fucked up in the head. Okay. And not only that, but you're the product of shit that Elisa's been experiencing that is also fucked up in the head. Okay. If you go and you take some poor children and you round them up and you're slaying goats, you're slaying kids, and then you kill the kid, I bet you anything, Elisa, this person has killed a child at some point in his life. I bet you anything. I bet you anything, because that's what the fuck they were doing. That's what they were fucking doing. Okay. That's what they were.
Wait, what was that, Andy?
I hope you're paying him a lot of money for this acting monologue.
Fucking murderous bullshitter. Okay. That's what's on the line. And you know why he was tossed to the side? He couldn't pull himself out of it. He didn't know how he got there. If you don't know how you got there, how did I become famous in the first place? Ben Stiller made me famous for what? I don't even know how I got here. Right? Well, okay, he's Jewish, and you're a fucking Nazi spy. That's how you got here. The Disney Corporation is how you got here. And you know what, Andy? I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick of you. I'm fucking sick of calling my woman. I'm fucking sick of random fucking spies spying out my shit. You're just spying out the shit of the actual Treasury Department.
My woman.
You know, I want to go spy on fucking
my woman. I'm married.
Hey, how long have you known her? How long have you known her? Oh, I'm fucking bullshit. I'm famous. I don't know you. Okay. I don't fucking know you. Okay? You haven't known her. Exactly.
Elisa, will you get my fucking back here?
No, fuck him. He's going to take everything you have. If you.
Eric, it is true. I haven't known Andy that long, but he's a really special person to me. And he's been there for me. And I do love him.
I never take anything from you.
Yeah, I don't mind paying for lunch or dinner or any meal.
Good. I needed to know that a girl wasn't sucking my shit.
Huh?
were gangster motherfuckers at your house all the time because when they killed O.J. Simpson's wife, they were rehearsing something. What were they rehearsing? The end of the world. How are we going to pick the shit up? We're going to kill this girl the same week we killed O.J.'s wife. We've been rehearsing this the entire time. Okay. So when you talk about this bullshit, I want to tell you a story too. I was out of luck. I was out of money. I had my last dollar. I was in Austin and I didn't have any money. And I met somebody who told me he was a vice lord for the Crips. Okay. Now, when I let out, there was blinking lights in cars from my gangster motherfucking friends who will put your fucking head on a plank if you fuck with the Jews in this country. Okay. The Jews fucking print the money in my country. We are not fucking Nazis. Okay. Nazis are not going to exist in 10 years. I fucking mark my words on this. But if you're a white supremacist, you're a KKK person, I don't fucking give a shit. Just don't come around a Jew and act like you're going to do business with me and then act like a Nazi. It's not going to work. But I want to tell you, fuck you, Andy. Fuck your fucking snake bullshit, okay? I have a serpent too, but it's like Moses' serpent. It eats fucking shit like you for dinner. And I met this person who was a vice lord in Chicago. He told me before I met Elisa, okay? This is what I'm telling you. I've been in constant touch with the Secretary of the Treasury, okay? My friend Jim, who's on Mayhew Island, like Jekyll Island, his uncle is a bird who has an office in the Pentagon. Okay, so what I'm telling you is I was talking to this vice lord. He told me this story, and I want to make this movie. But fuck you, Andy. Fuck you completely. Okay, a snake in the grass comes around to steal all your shit. Come and steal my fucking business plan. You'll own the next Amazon then. Fuck you, Andy. But what I'm trying to tell you is this vice lord. I talked to him. I didn't have any money. And he told me this story. It was called Risky. He told Jay-Z that he could rock on his cock. He could literally sit on his cock and rock on his cock. But he told me this story about when his friend in Chicago told him that he was literally going to go rob the Treasury Department. His friends, 10 of them, literally went in and robbed the fucking Treasury Department. They made away with $50 million of gold and $30 million of cash. But he said it went wrong because while they were robbing the Treasury Department in person, all 10 of them, he asked my friend who I'd met on the way when I was down, okay, talk about a G thing. He asked him, do you want to be the knife man in this? He said, no, I think that's a little risky. Fucking with my woman, Andy, is a little bit risky, by the way. Okay. Now he asked him, because I'm going to be fucking in the fucking White House, and this woman is going to be a first lady, and she can have you fucking killed right now if she wants to. Okay. Now, this is how it works. Okay. But he told me it sounds a little bit risky, okay, to be the knife man on this project. Now, they thought they'd break in. They thought they'd get their stuff and leave, okay? But what actually happened is they got reverse hacked by the same fucking Nazis that tried to fuck with me and my woman, Elisa, when they tried to fucking kill her.
What was that, Andy?
I need to talk. So, she's not your woman. She's mine. And can I ask you, Elisa, why did you not say yes to him when he asked you to marry him?
That's a good question, Andy. I think it was just not the right time for me.
Two questions. Why did you say no to him? And I can't remember the other one.
Well, that's the main reason. It just wasn't the right time for me. I was working really hard. I was in my office. I was up at like...
Now, stop. Let me finish my story. Because when you think about Elisa's situation, mine, you think about how risky it was. Let me tell you about the precursor to our mission that we were on. Okay, when we actually did this shit in person. Fuck you, Andy. Go back to hell where you came from, okay? Go back to hell. I saw it with my own fucking eyes. You go back to hell where you fucking came from, you sick motherfucker, okay? And I know it's a lot less expensive than where I come from, okay? Heaven. But you can go fuck yourself where you come from, okay? And don't fucking steal my woman and pull her down with your fucking sharp, venomous, viper fighting fames with your 5 fucking women you just fucked in the ass so that you can have enough fire to tear down my woman with your Walt Disney bullshit. Because that's what it is, okay? You're a freaking secret agent for the Walt Disney Corporation. That's how you became famous. So go fuck yourself with them, okay? And go tuck yourself into bed with them, okay? And Walt Disney can go fuck himself in the ass with you and all your bullshit friends as well when I fucking have all of you rounded up and gassed, which I did, which we're doing right now, okay? Which we are doing as we fucking speak. Walt Disney does not own the fucking planet. You know who owns the fucking planet? God owns the fucking planet, okay? Jesus owns the fucking planet. And fuck you for acting out on stage when you fucking tried to be my friend, and then you turned me in the back and stabbed me with your fucking viper fangs while you fucked 5 women in the ass. Okay, so what happened with the Treasury Department and our Crips in Chicago is they literally, this is why I can say this shit, because I'm legit. I have a fucking bank account with a fucking Pentagon, okay? And you, exactly, Viper alert. So like Jesus said, you viper and you serpents, okay? Let me fuck Elisa out of everything. She's going to be going to play Madison Square Garden with Eric. Her career's going well. They got their show back up and running. Let me go and fuck her as hard as I can while I have the chance and my fangs can freaking bite into her. Whatever. With your loser fucking black magic bullshit cult. Okay? Go fuck yourself, Andy. So these people, okay, literally 10 of them went and they robbed the fucking Treasury Department. We didn't hear about it, just like they didn't hear about us doing something more risky than that. By the way, when I met Elisa, okay, there were people in an office, okay, that we were meeting with the Secretary of Treasury who were with hundreds of millions of dollars. And I walked in and I said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put mezuzahs in the White House. And then we're going to have to toss Trump. I found out he's German. Okay, we're going to have to toss him out of office. You know, I thought he was Italian, but he was actually dealing with the Nazi spies we had rounded up and killed inside of the Pentagon while we were in our office, which is why shit got crazy. They were the masterminds. So they were the ones that blew out the Twin Towers. Fuck you, Andy. Go back to the fucking hole you came from. So what happened is our Crips tested the waters early on, right? They tested out the satellites and they broke into the Treasury Department, but they ended up being reverse hacked into, okay? And what happened is there were 10 of them inside and 10 of them outside, and there was a man and a woman who were their kings and queens. And you know what happened? Every single one of them was killed in that operation, okay? Just to test the water so at least I could get out alive, okay? To find out where these fucker Nazis were who blew out the fucking Twin Towers, who were going to fuck everything up in the end anyways. So fuck you, Andy. But what happened is these two did get away, okay? The man and the woman, they actually made away in their getaway car with the gold and with, fuck you, Andy, because that's only $80 million. Do you know how much millions like we had in our room? Over 500 million, okay? So when I walked in and we were meeting with the president and I told our founders, we're going to put mezuzahs in the White House. By the way, Elisa would make a very good first lady. It means you don't fucking come to her place. You don't act like you own the place or we have your fucking head chopped off.
Okay.
Do you fucking understand me? Are you Jewish? You're not Jewish. You're not Jewish. You're part of the same bullshit anti-Semitism she's been dealing with the entire time. Look, when Benji's being stupid, he's playing with Nazis. Howard's being stupid, he's playing with Nazis. You talk to the rabbis that print the money, they're like, why the fuck would you play with Nazis? There's the way we play with Nazis. We have their fucking heads chopped off. And not only that, but...
Wait, Andy's trying to say something. What are you saying, Andy?
Did you really date this guy? Be honest.
This is a fucking Nazi spy. Okay, if you're being when I met you, you were dealing with Nazi spies.
Did you
fucking you, screwing you? And what is this? What is this?
We used to work together.
Elisa, is this going to put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? Never. Never in a million years will this put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who will put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? David Bleeden will put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who was there when I proposed to you? Who will put you on stage in Madison Square Garden?
Oh, she said no. By the way, remember that?
Part? You know who will put you on? Who put $2 million or $3 million or $5 million in your bank? He was Jewish, and he was the founder of Naked Jews. And who was there when I proposed to you? David was there when I proposed to you, like King David. And you know who would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? David would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who would also put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? Lucas would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who would also put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? Michael Bloomberg, who's mentoring Lucas, would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who would put me back in that office and put a couple $1 million in my bank account? Michael Bloomberg would put me back in that office. Lucas would put me in that office. David would put me in that office. So when you talk about our business structure, you talk about our little company, and then having a serpent come by and stealing your heart away from Madison Square Garden, stealing this Jewish woman, okay, this good Jewish woman away from Madison Square Garden. Who's going to put you in Madison Square Garden? David is going to put you in Madison Square Garden, okay? You know who's going to put you in the Staples Center? David is going to put you in the Staples Center. Who was there when I proposed to you and put the ring on your finger? David was there. Yes, I had a lot of people killed in the Pentagon at that time. Yes, there was a giant quantum phenomena we were looking for a long time at the same time. Yes, you saw all the text messages and it got out of control into your wings. Yes. But the fact of the matter is, who's going to put you in there? Not a fucking snake in the grass. You know who's going to put there? The Jews are going to put you there. Why? Because you were a good Jewish woman. And not only that, but who put that money in your bank account? David put that money. Who's going to steal it? Any fucking random fucker who acts like they own the place and acts like they're not going to have their head on a plank for fucking this up. Okay? The kind of operations I get involved in, don't fuck them up. When I got into town, you know what happened? The Crips killed somebody right in the middle of the road. They shot a family down. You know what happened when I came into town? They literally blew Kobe Bryant's plane out of the fucking sky. Okay, literally killed him with his children. You know what also happened? They killed the general in of the Israeli, not Afghanistan, Kuwait, one of these Arab countries. They literally went there, okay, in person. Our soldiers literally went there in person, like I went there in person for her hand in marriage for my White House administration I've been building this entire time, because I said this would be a good first lady. It's going to be a Jewish presidency. This is how we're going to do it.
Eric.
Nobody fucks with me. Okay.
Eric.
But
Eric, I still have your ring.
That is your ring for your White House administration. You're going to have an office in the White House. Hillary Clinton came and did a book signing on top of me when I was still doing my thing in Austin. All of her fans came down while I was writing my notes.
From this guy.
Why not, Andy?
You have a ring from this guy.
I have a few rings.
This is our White House administration, okay? This is the court of King Solomon.
From him?
I did literally go there in front of the base of Mikdash and tell people to go kill Hitler if they fuck with me again. I literally looked at this altar that was burning crimson fire and said, okay, so the cops literally rounded up.
I don't know how you can deal with this guy.
Andy, you want to go to the Four Seasons?
Yes. Please.